Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope y'all are having a good Monday morning. We had I shouldn't say had because I don't think it's over, but we've had a good little rain today. My grass has gone from instantly brown back to green, just like that. So I think we got, I don't know how much. They said we're probably going to get somewhere between a half and 1 inch of rain, much needed rain. So Jack's not real happy about it, but uh, we sure needed it. Let's see who's hanging out with us today. We've got Mr. Darren Birds in the house. Good morning, Darren. Well, there you go. It says, morning, everyone. Loving the more normal 70s and 80s yesterday and for the next few days. Good deal. Mark Lindsay CNC's here. Good morning, Mark. Hope you're doing well. Clyde's here. Good morning, Clyde. Marcelo says, I hope y'all doing well this fine Monday morning. Yep. Let's see. Larry Gaunt says, seen on Fox this morning, Stacey Abrams calls Georgia the worst state in the country to live. But she left out if I become governor. Yeah, that's quite a slogan she's coming up with, isn't it? I don't know about her. Let's see. Sean's here this morning. Good morning. Wilson's here. Good morning. Keith Stanford says, morning. Temps down to a seasonal 65. Mark says, we're clear and sunny until Thursday, but then rain comes back Thursday night. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. It's supposed to be, like I said, rain off and on. It's actually stopped, I think, right now, or maybe drizzling or something. It was stopped enough that Jack went out and I guess he did his business. I don't know. He didn't seem like he was out there very long, but and then I think tomorrow we also have a little chance of rain and stuff. But then the rest of the week and through the Memorial Day weekend, it's supposed to be really nice, about 83 or something, that's just about perfect, I think. Jim Sinicola says, good morning, all. Wife is progressing on her knee replacement. Good deal. That's good news, Jim. Hope you're doing well too. Let's see. I don't have much to talk about. I got a few errands to run this morning. Got to run to the UPS store, shipping some stuff out. I got a whole bunch of stuff to ship, but I'm gonna take some of it today and take the rest of it tomorrow because I don't want to have to make that many trips back and forth from the truck to the UPS store. But I don't know. I might go back over there this afternoon. Who knows? Anyway, all the packing's done, so all I got to do is throw them in the truck and take them over there. Thought I might too, since it's kind of a rainy day and I can't really get out there and do a whole lot. It'll be too wet to mow anyway. Thought I might try to do that video that I've been putting off forever, installing this Creality Touch. I just hate to. I guess it won't take long. I kind of read through the directions yesterday. I don't think it'll take long. I just hate having to shoot video. I should have just told them I didn't want to do it, but since I did, and they sent me one, I'm going to do it and shoot a video on that thing. Hopefully, it'll work well. Got some other stuff I'm wanting to work on. I've got a new. I was running if I move my head, I always do the wrong way. Right here, that black Amazon Basic PLA filament that I've been using that's been running really good. Had to get another spool of that. It's because that one is just about gone. Ran a project the other day and just about used. In fact, I almost worried about it running out before it finished, but it did okay. It had plenty, but there's not a whole lot left right now. And I really like that. I guess I may try, since they're, because I wasn't sure how that Amazon Basics. I thought, well, it might be kind of cheap and not run good, but it really does good. I really like it. So I think I'll probably go ahead and maybe get some other colors. I got a couple other things I want to make with the 3D printer, and I don't necessarily want to do black, although black seems to work pretty good for most of the stuff I'm doing. But lots to do. I guess y'all probably seen the picture I posted on Facebook the other day. I've been thinking about this for a long time, and because as you draw stuff, and I thought, well, when I used to draw in SolidWorks, you guys have seen the drawings of the Gatton CNC and stuff. You can use the wood textures, make it look like it's a piece of plywood or piece of wood or whatever. And I kept thinking, I've been thinking about this ever since I started using that Design Spark. I'm sure there's probably a way to do it. And then the other day I thought, by golly, I'm just going to go in there and play until I figure it out. So I did. I got it figured out and posted that picture. So I guess probably one of the next videos that I do as far as a Design Spark tutorials, I'll be showing you how to do that in Design Spark, and also how to set up a little library. And you can do not only wood, but you could do metal and different colors. And of course they have the color thing kind of down. But anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. I like, because when you're doing stuff in wood, you kind of want it to look like wood when you're modeling it. But and Mark had a good video out. Let's see, come out Sunday morning, I think, where he was showing how you can add the wood things to the Vectric library. And I've added several things, and I don't know if I got them from the same place Mark was talking. It probably did, because usually when you Google it, that's one of the first things that pops up is that wood database thing. But I've also done it kind of like Mark. He uses the H and V for horizontal and vertical, and I make two different ones, but I go 0 and 90 is the way I do mine. Think like a CAD person. 0 and 90. But anyway, I will be going through and showing how to. And actually, you can just a secret. You can steal the images you have in your Vectric VCarve and use for the Design Spark. You don't really have to go get all new images, because if you've got a bunch of them already in Vectric, you can I won't say steal, we'll borrow them to use for the Design Spark. But anyway, that'll be a video coming out. Probably won't be out till next weekend or something, but I thought that was a pretty neat thing that you can do. And I was hoping you can, because like I said, as I use that software, when I find out there's something that's, I won't say impossible to do, but it just won't do it, I have to keep reminding myself that that's free software. Um, just like the thing about the DXF files and stuff like that. Um, I just have to go, well, it is free. So it's pretty darn good stuff for free. So let's see, George is in the house. Good morning, George. Monroe Cook's here. Good morning. So that's another time I use the screen capture software to avoid those. How did I do that moments? Well, Mark, when I was watching your video yesterday, or maybe it was your live stream, I can't remember. Whichever one, when you were, that might have been your live stream, when you were talking about how you can record yourself doing something so that later down the road you forget, you can go back and see what you did, and especially if you mess something up, you can go back and retrace your steps. And I kind of laughed out loud because I'm like, yeah, you'd be surprised how many times somebody has asked me a question about how to do something, and I'm like, well, I know I've done a video on it, but I actually have to go watch the video again because I can't remember what I did, especially if it's about settings or something like that. It's one of those things where when you get it figured out and you get it set and it works, you just kind of forget about it. At least I do. And so I've had to go back many times and watch my videos to try to learn it myself again, because I'm like, I know I did it, but I don't remember how I did it. And then when I watch the video, it all comes back to me. It's like, yeah, I see now. But yeah, I just don't. I don't know how much longer I can do some of the stuff I do because I can't. I got where I can't remember anything. But I guess that's all part of the fun part of getting old. It's like, what's that old saying that said, I can't remember whether the two people are talking and they say, yeah, we'll be, see, I can't even remember how the saying goes. Something about we'll be friends, and then when we get older, we'll be new friends or something. Something like that. I can't remember exactly how it goes. But that's yeah. Yeah, Mark says that's his dirty little secret. Yeah, it's my dirty little secret too, because that's uh, especially something, like I said, especially something that I've done a year or two ago. And usually it's the stuff that's like, some Mach 3 settings or something like that. It's one of those things where you set it, and when it works, it's like, all right, unless it messes up, I won't ever have to change that ever again. And then, of course, somebody will say, well, how did you do that? And I'm like, I don't know. I have to go look and see. But anyhow. Anyhow. Has anybody, is anybody still working on any of the little exercises that I've done with Design Spark Mechanicals? Anybody still doing those? Or I got lots more of those I could do too, but I thought maybe I'd take a little break from them and do something else. There's just, I mean, I didn't even scratch the surface yet on stuff to show you. There's all kinds of stuff. But I figure some of y'all may be getting tired of doing the little exercises. Cause I try to introduce something new that I hadn't done in the other videos. And then of course that never hurts to do the same thing, cause it's like a review. So you'll get used to doing it. But anyway, yeah. Isn't it funny how you can or at least I can. I can remember things that happened 45, 50 years ago and remember the details like it happened 10 minutes ago. But like you said, what did I have for lunch yesterday? I don't know. It's crazy how that works. Rob Schuster in the house, my favorite drum maker. Rob, been watching some more videos this morning. Now, this is some that I watched before, but they popped up in my stream or my feed or whatever again today, and I went back and watched them again. And um, I don't know if you've seen them. I'll probably forget the darn name of them now. I think it was what did I do that for? CHS drums. I think it's some Korean fellas, I think. I don't know if I'm probably wrong now. I think that's what it was. CHS drums. Now I'm thinking maybe that wasn't it. Because I'm getting something else. I could have sworn it was CHS. Let me go look at my history. Oh, that's why I'm not finding it, because I'm on that other channel. Yeah, CHS custom drums. But they have a few videos showing a thing, and I guess this is their invention. I don't know. I don't think so. I think there's similar stuff, but they've probably done their own take on it. I guess they sell these, but it's called a Circlamp, CIRCLAMP, and it's kind of a neat little thing. They show you how they got a video showing how to assemble it, and then they have some videos showing how it works. But it's like a thing you stick on the inside of a drum, and then as you tighten it up on a threaded rod, it expands these arms. And yeah, Rob says he knows who I'm talking about. Yeah, did a big I'll have to check that out. But anyway, yeah, that thing is pretty cool looking. And I think, that one video where he shows how to reassemble one, he shows all the parts. And I think you could probably, obviously you probably wouldn't match the size, but I think there's enough information there in that video to be able to put it together, because it's a really simple thing. But I guess they sell them. I was trying to find out how much they are, but I haven't been able to nail down a price. They've got a Facebook page or something, but I haven't seen any pricing on them. And then they also have a pretty slick little, which I'm sure you've seen, but it's when they do the inside of the drum, they've got kind of a thing that looks like an X-axis thing, but it's just the arm, and then instead of a motor turning it, he's got like a little hand crank where he pulls it across, and a couple of big rollers, which is similar to something I was thinking about, because I have some really good size rollers that have some kind of black rubber molded onto them that would be perfect for spinning drum shells like that. And it's from that treadmill. Me, I don't throw nothing away. When I take something apart to use parts, I save all the other stuff. And because one of them's got a nice big pulley on it and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I'll probably make. And it's really the second set, because I've taken a treadmill apart when I made my drum sander several years ago, and I've still got the rollers from that. But this treadmill, since it was like really old, it has some really beefy rollers, and like I said, they got that black molded rubber on them that was, used to catch the belt. that you run on. So I'm probably going to try to figure out some kind of way to incorporate those if I ever build one of those things. Let's see. Missed a bunch of comments here. George says, keep it up. Great help for the Design Spark. All right. Like I said, the next Design Spark one that I do will probably be showing the wood texture thing. And then I'll get back on doing the exercise things for in creating the PDFs for anybody that wants to draw along with me. Landis said he did the V-Carve to 3D printer with you. Great video. All right. Thank you, Landis. George says it's called Getting Older. Welcome to the club. Yeah. The bad thing about, well, I guess there's no good thing about it, but I mean, one of the bad things I have is, being by myself, when I forget something, there's nobody around to remind me. Jack, he's a good old dog, but he didn't talk. So he might know why I walked in the room, but he doesn't have no way of reminding me and say, yeah, you came in here to get this or whatever. Rob says, I've been making some drum lugs. Video should drop in the next day or two. Good deal. I'm craving some drum building content to watch. Like I said, I think I've just about watched it all. And now I'm having to, watch stuff for the 5th and 6th time, I guess. Yeah, I'll have to go check out those folks' big disc sander. I may have seen it because I think I probably watched all of their videos too. John Howard says, I like your flag. Just came back on the site. Okay, I guess you talked about this one down here in the corner. This is my this is a overlay. If I turn this off, that part disappears. And then the other part, the blue star thing, is just a background. So you turn them both on together and you get the blue star background, and you have that little overlay that goes around the edge. It's got the flag. So thought I would run that for a while. Be a little, try to get people in the mood to be a little patriotic, maybe. Let's see. Rob says, I made an inside clamp like that years ago. I call mine a spider. It didn't work great. Okay, it distorts. I still use mine for finishing. Did you have a video on yours, Rob? And of course, my next question is, what did you make it out of? Was it all out of wood, or because it looks like the one they have is all, I guess, probably plywood, except for the little arms themselves. They look like they're metal. And I've been thinking this morning, what have I got around here that I could use? But I bet you could just go get some just some flat bar and cut strips. And probably, I don't think that thing would be that hard to make. But they use like a 1-inch threaded, I think it's 1-inch threaded rod with these big old nuts. So as they tighten them and that thing comes in, it expands in the middle and tightens up that drum so that they can do the outside. And then once they get it on the outside, then they put it on those big rollers and slide that. Like I said, it looks like a little tiny gantry almost, but it's got a, uh, they slide it through the drum, set it on the little uprights, and it locks in. They have it something square on the end, and then they have that piece cut square, so it just sets in there. And then he's got some kind of a little crank on there that he feeds it through. Bruce says, all these good videos, and then you go to try to do it. And who made that one? Spend a few hours getting lost in stuff you didn't even intend to dive into and forget what you started looking for. Yeah. Yeah, there's been a lot of times I'll think of something and some random thing will pop in my head and I go, well, I bet somebody's done that on YouTube. So you go to YouTube, but you get something else catches your eye. And the next thing you know, you've spent 3 hours watching YouTube videos that have nothing to do with what your original thought was. So, okay, Rob says all plywood. I show it once or twice in my videos when finishing the outside of the drum. Mine only has 3 legs. Okay. That tighten on the inside. Well, I notice these guys, the CHS custom drum guys, the one they show how to assemble, it has 8 arms. And it will go big, like you could do a bass drum with it. And, at least the one he's showing you how to assemble. But then it would also go, I mean, it's got a big wide range of inside diameters you could use. But then the one that I see them using, where they're doing the outside of a drum, it's only got 4 arms. And I would think you would need at least 4. Yeah. I think I think if you just did 3, because if you did, 6 or 8 or something like that, I think it'd be really good. I'm only laughing because I've done exactly the same thing. I go to look to how to fix my AC, and 4 hours later, I find myself watching giraffes fight in the wild. Yeah. Do you ever watch those kind of videos where they show, 2 animals fighting or something? And if you're like me, I'm always rooting for the underdog. I'm always hoping, maybe he won't beat the other one because I don't really want to see either one of them get killed. But I'm like, yeah, well, I hope he gets away. Hope he is able to run away. But I'm always pulling for the underdog on those kind of things. And it's like once you start, you can't, so you see that thumbnail, it's like, oh, I got to see this, and there you go, another 10 or 15 minutes down the drain. Anyhow, got my sample ballot printed out a while ago. I got to go through there and make my selections, and that way they'll be fresh in my mind. I got to go tomorrow morning, probably right after the coffee sessions, and go vote in our primaries. And I think there's several other states. So if you're in one of those states and that's having a primary tomorrow and haven't already voted, you need to get out there and vote. So try to put a stop to this craziness, for crying out loud. Anyway, I guess that's my little timer there. I guess I'll get ready. And I think I may go ahead and run to the UPS store. I didn't want to have to. I don't like taking stuff over there if it's rainy because, when you ship stuff in cardboard boxes and then they get wet, that's a recipe for disaster. You're lucky they don't get tore up when they're not wet. So I always try to make sure that it's not raining so they don't get wet from the truck to the door. But I think it stopped right now. So I got a couple of things I'm going to take over there today. So anyhow, I guess I'll get out of here. Y'all have a awesome Monday. Notice we didn't have any Facebookers in here today. I didn't put this on the Facebook. And of course, our viewership is way down too, because some of the folks that watch on Facebook aren't going to go to the trouble to come over here. Like it's a lot of trouble. You got to click, but they're not going to come over here. So that's all good. We'll just hang out over here on YouTube, unless they start getting my closed caption wording all funky. So anyway, everybody have a good Monday, and we will see you all tomorrow for number 488. See y'all.